What up, fam? What up, family? Welcome back to my channel. Paul Simon. Paul Simon, one half of Simon and Garfunkel. This particular song is from his fourth studio album titled "Still Crazy After All These Years." It came out in 1995. Actually, 1975. Actually, this song is the title song from that album. Damn, I didn't know Paul Simon has so many albums. It's crazy. He has a lot of albums. It's crazy to have that a full career with Simon and Garfunkel. It didn't have a full career, after that, kind of like Robert Plant after Led Zeppelin. That's dope. But anyways, look, if you want to see more of Paul Simon on this channel, let me know what's next in the comment section below. And if you're new here and you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button, like the video if you like the video, leave a comment, let me know you were here. And I got the lyrics. Let's go ahead and listen.
I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me. I just smiled. And we talked about some old times, and we drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years.
Oh, wow. That boy sound good.
I'm not the kind of man who tends to socialize. I seem to lean on old familiar ways. And I ain't no fool for love songs that whisper in my ears. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years.
That's beautiful right there.
4 in the morning, crapped out, yawning, longing my life away. I never worry, why should I? It's all gonna fade.
That's a fact. They got the saxophone.
Now I sit by my window and I watch the cars. I fear I'll do some damage one fine day. But I would not be convicted by jury of my peers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy. Still crazy. Still crazy after all these years.
If you know me, you already know what I'm gonna say. You know me, I'm a lover of beautiful shit, right? I am an admirer of beautiful shit. I love beautiful shit. I love this. This is a beautiful song. This is the most like traditional R&B I've heard him sing. Usually his songs are a bit creative, a lot of African influence in his song, African style as far as the instrumentation, and like he's just inspired by so many different things. But this seems more like a like a traditional R&B ballad, which is fine. I love that he could do this with his voice. He sounds wonderful here. Beautiful song, beautiful lyrics, of course, written by himself. That's the thing with Paul Simon. I never got to worry about like the credits or who wrote it. Most likely, I'm not sure. Most artists have had one or two songs written for them, or they have done covers. So I'm not that familiar with his catalog. I think I've only done like 4 or 5 solo songs, but I'm pretty sure he wrote all of his songs because he was, he stood on his pen, right? Great beat. I love the pacing, and whenever the strings and then you start to hear a saxophone, it just takes you away. This is one of these mushy love songs. We could use them sometimes, and if they're beautiful, I love it. I love it. It makes you feel better. But let's read these lyrics though. I met my old lover. Already messed up. On the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me. I just smiled. And we talked about some old times, and we drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. I'm not the kind of man who tends to socialize. I seem to lean on old familiar ways. And I ain't no fool for love songs that whisper in my ears. Still crazy after all these years. I could relate to some of these lyrics, except the chilling and having some beers stuff. You feel me? We could be. That happened before, actually. I think that happened to everybody. But it's always awkward for me because like I do believe I'm antisocial, but most people who know me or work with me, they wouldn't say that. But I know I am, just because I usually don't want to go do things. I don't want to go do things. I'm the type of person, I could stay in my crib for like a year straight and not have no worries and be happy. I'm that type of guy. I'm a fucking hermit, for real. But when you have people around you and you have friends and stuff, you tend to go out and go do things. But I would rather not. But anyways, yeah, so like, yeah, talking to your exes and all of that stuff and thinking about the good times. The only problem with me, here's the problem, like, let's say you break up with somebody for whatever problems, because there had to be some problems for you to break up. When y'all sit and talk about it, especially if y'all really fuck with each other, y'all really liked each other, y'all not really gonna remember how bad it was to be in that relationship, until you try to do it again and you're like, oh, you do this. That's why it couldn't work. So you feel me? Nostalgia's like that. But anyways, let's continue on with these lyrics. 4 a.m, crapped out, yawning, longing my life away. I'll never worry. Why should I? It's all gonna fade. This is actually kind of sad, man. This is sad. I feel like a lot of men live in this state of mild depression, even somebody that you might think have it going on, they live in this mind, especially a guy after they broke up with what they think was the love of their life, right? Yeah, they might move on. You might see him with another girl, he has his job, he's making all this money, but sometimes late at night, he's just like, life really ain't that great. I'm telling you. That's why nobody care about men's mental health, but a lot of men, I would say majority of men are living with like mild depression. Like, I'm telling you. But anyways, dope song by Simon, Paul Simon. Great song by Paul Simon. It's interesting to start off the album like this. I wonder what's the vibe for the rest of the album. Is it like this slow R&B type of album? That's interesting. But y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. And also let me know what's next from Paul Simon. And I got you. And if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment. I'll see y'all in the next one. And guess what? You better be there. Peace.